Welcome, everyone. I should probably put this over here. Welcome to my lair. I am your evil genius for this evening, Captain Foley. How is everybody? Hope you are well. So, with tomorrow being Halloween, I figured now might be a good time to talk about horror movies. If I can get this tripod set up, it's scary in and of itself. Matt Boardman's here. And by the way, thank you, Matt, for that amazing thumbnail for this live. It is fantastic, I gotta say. So I appreciate you doing that for me. More than you know. That is amazing. I just realized I forgot to bring up a drink. One moment. I made a mistake. I should have had this ready to go. But I got kind of preoccupied. And I'm starting a little bit late. And so I apologize. My brain, she no worky so good sometimes. I don't think I'll go get a drink. I think I'll tough it out. Anyway, how is everybody? Tomorrow's Halloween. Is everybody ready? Do you have your costumes ready? What are you going out as? Let me know. I want to hear your ideas for costumes. But anywho's, actually, I just want to check something here. Edit. Oh, can I? Oh, I can. Custom. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Excellent. Okay, good to know. Perfect. All right. Might help if I switched accounts. See, it's a little scary, me not being ready. Isn't that terrifying? Yeah, I know. Ooh. Anyway. Matt said he had fun with that one. I knew you would. That's why I gave you a free license to do whatever you wanted. And it was freaking great. That is a great picture. It's choice. Eric Martin is here. Evening, Cap. I got busy and overfilled the hot tub. So now I need a few minutes to sort that out and I'll be back. That's fair. Overexcited. Oh no, he got busy. Maybe it's just in my dreams he got overexcited. Anyway, welcome back, guys. As I did a late night live a couple nights ago, and talk kind of drifted towards some horror movies or horror TV shows. And I thought it might be a good idea to do a live in that vein. So that's what the impetus for this live was. And Lola is looking at me, all forlorn. You okay, Lola? Come and lay down into bed with the other pups. Come lay down. I hope she doesn't have to go outside because we were just outside. Like, you gotta go outside? No, you don't. You just you wanted the other dogs to move. That's hilarious. All right, lay down now. Lay down. Come on, everybody lay down. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot my drink. The dogs are stupid. The pug life, indeed, Matt, indeed. So anyway, yeah. Eric, are you handing out candy? Matt, what are you doing on Halloween? I want to hear what you guys are doing for Halloween. What horror movies you're going to be watching? I recently started rewatching Stranger Things. I'm currently on season. I'm almost finished season 2 now. and I'll be getting into season 3, obviously. I'll probably hit season 3 tonight after the live. I'll watch a few episodes. But I've only watched Stranger Things once. This is my like first rewatch, and I forgot how good it was. It's really fantastic. Watched it the first time with Sylvia, and she never watched the last season, which would be season 4 or season 5. I think season 4. She didn't watch the last one because she got a little too scary for her. We didn't think it would be that kind of thing when we started, and she's not really into scary movies, which is sad in and of its own right. But regardless, I'm watching it again, and it's pretty great. The Addams Family scissors. See, I watched a YouTuber not a YouTuber, sorry, he's a TikToker by the name of Matt McCarthy, who's a comedian. Would you please lay down? And he does the Video Garage, where he looks at old VHS movies and stuff. And the debate came up today and he mentioned it. Is Addams Family a horror movie? I said the other night I didn't consider Addams Family a horror movie for multiple reasons. But I want your take on that. Is the Addams Family a horror movie? I don't think it is. It's more of a comedy. I don't consider it a horror movie, really. And it's not even a horror comedy, I don't think. I don't think horror really applies to the Addams Family. It's a little too cutesy and family-oriented-ish. I don't think it's a horror movie. Now, you might lambaste me, I don't know. But it's just the way it is. I don't think it's a horror movie. Anyway, let me know. Matt says Chloe and Kaylee were in some of those scenes at the public pool. Yes, so that's the beginning of season 3, is that correct? Because that's where Billy's the lifeguard. By the way, Billy, what an asshole, first of all. Second of all, great fucking car. He's got a 79 Camaro, same color as mine. It's all stock, though. It's kind of an ass dragger. It's got the lower rear end, which I hate in Camaros. But my God, a 79 dark blue Camaro. Cannot complain. I should have changed my shirt and done something scary. I really should have. I should go get a drink. Really wasn't prepped to start this. Me and Sylvia kind of got into a thing, and as a result, I'm a little late. It wasn't a fight or anything. Exact opposite, but I apologize because I didn't schedule this for 10 because I would have been late. But regardless, anyway, too much information. Oh, in season 2. Oh, so it's the end of season 2. So I haven't got there yet because I know Billy's a lifeguard. There is a pool scene. I didn't know Chloe and Kaylee were in that. I know that Kai is in what, season 4? Season 3. Something. And that's really cool. I'll keep an eye out for them then. There says, evening cap, it's puggy out there. I mean, spooky. Yeah, it's not Halloween yet. Tomorrow. Matt Boardman, I don't consider it a horror movie. That's my boy. Yes. Mr. Captain 93, does Discovery Season 1 count as horror? I mean, perhaps. Perhaps. Yes. For all the wrong reasons. Matt Boardman, its roots are very much in the sitcom. Yes, 100%. Mr. Captain 93, Dawn of the Dead original and remakes are both enjoyable. I'm not the biggest fan of the original. Remake, enjoyed that quite a bit. Yes. The Black Spider from 2022, based on a novel by Jeremias Gottheef. Sorry. It's a Swiss movie, yeah. Matt says, yep, Kai is in season 4. Trekyards is here. Matt Boardman, we've been doing some horror movie watching leading up to Halloween. We watched through the Conjuring movies, watched Totally Killer this past weekend. Haven't heard of Totally Killer, heard of the Conjuring movies, haven't watched any of them. One thing that I want to watch possibly tomorrow when the kids are coming by and we're handing out candy is Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. I really love that one. It's got a nice dark gothic tone to it. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Tim Burton movie. I don't like Tim Burton movies. I don't like Tim Burton. I don't like his aesthetic generally. But something about Sleepy Hollow is just amazing. I love the original Sleepy Hollow Disney cartoon short with Ichabod Crane. I think it is great. Used to watch that all the time as a kid around Halloween, and it kind of scared me when I was a kid. So, yeah, have a kind of a special connection to Sleepy Hollow. Plus, there is a place about 45 minutes from where I grew up, which is called Sleepy Hollow. It's not the Sleepy Hollow, but there's a road with a row of trees and a covered wooden bridge across a small creek or river. And there's a local legend that there is, in fact, a headless horseman that parades through there on occasion. So there was many a time where we drove down through that, and it's always scared me. It's always stuck with me. I haven't been back to revisit that place in 30 years. Okay, I need you to lay down. Go lay down. Hold on, I'm gonna put her on the chair. Maybe that'll make her happy. Although I don't know if anything will make her happy. Come on. Come up here. There you go. Put one in the chair. There you go. There, lay down. And there is lots of spooky stuff in the library here. If you're following my series shelf by shelf, I'll get to all that stuff. Fortunately, it won't be near Halloween. I've just finished the Star Trek bookcase, and that'll be chapter 6, which is coming out very soon. It is filmed and edited and will be released maybe on Friday. If not this Friday, next Friday. So, anyway. Yes, I'll be watching Sleepy Hollow. The Others, I love the movie The Others. It is amazing. It's another movie I haven't seen for a long time. There's a movie called A Haunting in Connecticut, based on true events, as many horror movies tend to say. I think it's Haunting in Connecticut. I don't have all my DVDs out here of horror movies. I should have brought some to discuss, but my favorite movies, well, not my favorite movies, but some of my more favorite Halloween type movies are actually the Halloween movies with Michael Myers. And yes, I like them all for different reasons. Halloween 1 and 2, and not Halloween 3, because that's one more day till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Dun, 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 dun. It's the fuck were they thinking? I kind of like the original idea for the Halloween movies, that each one was going to be an anthology, like a separate story. That being said, Michael Myers is in Halloween 3. They're watching Halloween on the TV in the bar. Anyway, but no, the other Halloween movies after that, there's some really good ones in my opinion. And yes, it goes a little off the rails, and there's a whole bunch of different timelines, alternates, whatever you want to call them, for them. But I really enjoy Michael Myers as a villain. I think he's terrifying. I have a lot of Halloween masks and stuff. I haven't had them out for years, but I love Michael Myers. He's fantastic. So anyway, sorry. We've been watching Teacup on Peacock, which is sci-fi horror light. Teacup. Haven't even heard of it. My God, that in and of itself is terrifying. Look at this. What are you doing, Lola? She just randomly sits up. But there's like horror elements kind of all around here. Isn't there, Lola? Yes. Got gargoyles, skulls, and over here I should probably zoom out a bit for that. There we go. Vampire skull. Anyway, my God, you've seen too much. I could show. There we go. Sorry, the cell phone holder's a little bit of a pain. Anywho's, hi, welcome back. Glad you could be here with me tonight. Totally Killer is on Prime. It's a fun watch. Time travel. Nice. Trekyards says True Detective Night Country was good. Haven't watched any of the True Detective stuff. But I'll take your word for it. Matt Boardman, love the Disney animated Sleepy Hollow. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Actually, that's probably on Disney. I need to go watch that tonight, now that I've said that. Yeah, the cartoon Sleepy Hollow is a classic. I remember watching it every evening as a kid. It was spooky going outside to do chores after. Yeah. Mr. Captain 93, Shaun of the Dead is my favorite. I also like Hot Fuzz and World's Ends as well. Yeah, I actually watched Shaun of the Dead after my last live, after my last late night live, because we were talking about scary movies, and I'm like, huh. And I wanted to watch a few different ones and couldn't find them. Sleepy Hollow was one of them. I need to pull out my DVD for that because I can rent it, but I rent it when I have it, right? So I ended up watching Shaun of the Dead. I also watched The Terrifier. I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, or All Hallows Eve, but those are also on the watch list before, or at least probably for tomorrow, honestly. But yeah, all the Simon Pegg movies are great. Jamie Somerville, evening cap, another great Trekyards live earlier, and happy spooky season. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed the live. It was a good one, and all you guys came out in droves and supported the channel, so we appreciate you so much. Says, not a movie, but in the old country, one forest was quite spooky because it had Celtic graves that had been opened by them historians that dug up stuff. Archaeologists. Matt Boardman, last year I went through all the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I need to watch through the Halloween ones now. Yes. I think Halloween 4 and 5 are good, and then I forget the titles of them all offhand, but I really enjoy the Michael Myers movies, even the stupid ones, even the one with the rapper. They do like a reality show from inside the Michael Myers house. Is it Exhibit? I think it's Exhibit. That's even a good one. I enjoy that one too. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Mr. Captain 93, Michael Myers isn't the Bill Shatner mask guy. Isn't that the Bill Shatner mask guy? Yes, it is. Doesn't speak. There's no explanation for his powers until Rob Zombie kind of got a hold of the fucking franchise. He was just an enigma. You couldn't kill him. He was just pure evil incarnate, and it was terrifying. He wouldn't stop. He was a non-stop killing machine. And I don't know, something about those movies, I just love them. Don't get me wrong, I like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I haven't seen them all, to be fair. Friday the 13th I don't find very scary. Friday the 13th I watch for the boobs, mainly. I don't think the Friday the 13th is scary at all. Actually, one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies is Jason X, the 10th one where they go into space. It could be any other it could be about anything. It could be about an alien. It would still be an entertaining movie. I enjoyed the hell out of that one where they went to space. Was it stupid? Hell yes. But there's a lot of things to like about it. So it is what it is. Puggins. When something goes bump in the night, It was the pug trying to spook you. Yeah. Mr. Captain 93, not sure if is this horror or scary per se, but the original 1950s, 60s Twilight Zone. That's some amazing TV writing, sci-fi twist horror light. Yeah, the original Ron Sterling is sufficiently creepy enough. The stories are very interesting. Some of like most of those original ones are classics. I will watch Twilight Zone if it's on. I absolutely love that. So yes, Twilight Zone. There is a horror element to a lot of the stories. Wouldn't say they're all horror necessarily, but yeah, definitely a really fantastic series. So I would count those as horror more so than not. Eric Martin, okay, tub pumping is working. Tub pump is working. I just need to check it now and then. I like an American Werewolf in London. Here's the thing: I had never seen an American Werewolf in London until literally a week ago. A week ago, I decided, you know what? I haven't seen an American Werewolf in London ever. I'd probably get roasted for it. I watched it. It is fucking great. I love that movie. I got to watch the sequels now. I hear they're not as good, but you hear a lot of things, and I usually don't trust other people's opinions on things. I need to make up my own mind because I find a lot of things that other people hate, I absolutely adore. So who knows? We'll give it a watch. But yeah, I enjoy American Werewolf in London as well, now having seen it. Jamie Somerville, love John Carpenter films. He has directed some horror classics, including The Thing and The Fog, as well as Halloween. Want me to really be lambasted by you guys? I've never seen The Thing. I know. Everybody just left. Everybody left. They threw down their iPads or their phones or their devices they're watching on or whipped something through the screen because I haven't seen The Thing. I know everything about it. I've seen multiple reviews on it. Practical effects, man. But I haven't seen The Thing. I'm sorry. I don't even have the qualifications to come on here and talk to you about anything scary because there's a lot of scary movies I haven't seen. Not because it's not that I'm afraid of scary movies. It's not really my genre. It's not something I really enjoy and will sit down and like watch and analyze everything. I also don't like horror games necessarily, especially in VR. So yeah, I haven't seen The Thing. I mean, that's just as bad as not seeing an American Werewolf in Paris or in London. American Werewolf in London. Yes, that's the one. Is there one in Paris? I don't know. What the fuck? Anyway, I've seen that now. I guess I need to watch The Thing, eh? I'm probably getting yelled at right now, but that's okay. Mr. Captain 93, remember when you had to pick your smock-style Halloween costume to fit over your snowsuit? Have you watched my video that I released yesterday on Halloween costumes of the past? Yeah, I remember those. I absolutely remember them. And I didn't mind covering up that fucking smock with a coat. It's when I got older and got more elaborate costumes that I was annoyed that it was snowing on Halloween and had to wear a goddamn coat over it so nobody saw all the hard work that was put into it or what I actually was. Because I didn't really like wearing masks after the whole traumatic incident of having the smocks and the goddamn plastic mask with the eye cutouts that like dug into your face and the little breathing hole that always like condensation on the inside of the mask just made it wet and it's just like you didn't want to wear it anymore. And the worst part is I wear glasses. I've worn glasses my entire life. So I'd have to put the mask on top of the glasses and it didn't fit right. And so I would put the mask on without the glasses and then put the glasses on over top. So I had glasses on front of my mask, which always looked stupid and it sometimes never fit. I think, if I remember correctly, the company that did those was Ruby's. Anyway, on this channel, yesterday I released a video talking all about those masks. Lola, that's enough. And looking at costumes from the past with the face or the picture of the person you're trying to be on the smock. Like, what is that? That's not a costume. That's just silly. Stop it. They got better. They did get better, because if you watch the video, there's a progression, and they go through, like, once it gets to the later years, there's actually like the Worf costume will have like a sash on it. It won't have a picture of Worf or say Star Trek, um, stuff like that. Like, those costumes were hideously awful. So yeah, there should be a horror movie about those. There it says scary movie series: Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Nah, that ain't a scary movie, or is it? I don't consider that horror either. Yes, there's a lot of obviously horror elements in those. And I think I've only seen the first 3 of those movies, then I gave up because they're all the goddamn same. Don't get me wrong, they're all enjoyable, but I just never watched all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I love Johnny Depp, I love Jack Sparrow. Um, it's a great cast. Jeffrey Rush is fantastic. They're all great, but they're fucking overly long, and there's a lot of boring spots. Let's be honest. Yeah, I need to watch all. I just realized how many movies I haven't seen now. And that's scary. Or is it? I don't know. Yep, Twilight Zone is awesome. The original makes you think about the things you saw. That's the point. The Outer Limits was all right. Some episodes were better than some, but that is just me. Never watched much of The Outer Limits. I've seen a few episodes here and there. I much prefer the Twilight Zone. That opening, that music, da-na-na. It's, yeah. I got a pug that can't get comfortable, and that's scary. Everything's scary tonight, guys. Mr. Captain 93, cheesy early 2000s movie Ghost Ship is pretty good for what it is. Hey, I actually kind of enjoy Ghost Ship. I have watched that one. Jamie Somerville, no worries, Captain. The thing is highly recommended. Also, the music adds so much to the mood, like Ron Jones' Trek score. Yeah, I'll get around to watching it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight if I can find it, on one of the streaming services. Yeah. I don't know. And isn't the thing just an alien? Isn't there like a UFO in that like crashes at the beginning? And it's just an alien, so it's kind of more of a... I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand the scariness of aliens at Halloween. Like, yes, War of the Worlds worked. The Orson Welles War of the Worlds, I actually have that on vinyl, which I do listen to occasionally near Halloween. Actually, that'd be a good thing to put on right now. I have the vinyl. I also have a CD of it. I love the Orson Welles War of the Worlds. I love the atmosphere around it. I love the way it was staged, the way it was presented, even though it says everything you're about to hear is a work of fiction. I love that in the real world, a lot of people missed that part and freaked out, and there's this whole story surrounding it. So that's one of my favorite things. But aliens, like alien decorations on lawns at Halloween, it's not scary. I mean, it's kind of scary to be observed by alien species that's more advanced than us, I guess. I get it in a way, but at the same time I don't get it. I don't know why aliens for Halloween is scary. Now something like xenomorphs, sure. So is The Thing really a horror movie? It is. It's a gore movie, sure. I kind of almost prefer psychological thrillers to gore fests. Anyway. Eric Martin, had anyone seen Get Out? I never got a chance to see it, and I'm wondering if it's any good. I don't think I've ever even heard of Get Out. Is that a sequel to Get Smart? I don't know. The first three Pirates movies were good. The fourth was okay, but the fifth is the worst and was totally against the canon of the first three. How Jack Sparrow got his compass. Well, there you go. It's foggy. It's scary. Ooh. Anyhow, Eric Martin says there's a movie called Prince of Darkness I really like, but hardly anyone has seen it. What about The Fog? I've never seen The Fog in its entirety. I've seen the whole movie in pieces over the years. I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. But yes, I've seen The Fog. I know exactly what The Fog's about. I've seen, like I said, I've seen the entire movie, but in weird chunks over the years. So, but never from beginning to end, if that makes sense. So. Eric says War of the Worlds radio play from 1938 with Orson Welles was well done. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. And yes. Yes is the answer. 100%. Mr. Captain 93. The first 3 or 4 seasons of Walking Dead were good and were fairly close to the comics, but then it went sideways and I stopped watching. I've watched almost all of The Walking Dead. I think I'm up to season 7, but you're right. The first couple seasons were fantastic. Then I got kind of stupid and kind of lost my interest. And I need to finish watching it. My buddy Jay is a huge Walking Dead fan. He talks about it all the time. He's also watched all of the spin-off series, which there's multiple. Fear of the Walking Dead, Dead City, the fucking one, I forget. There's a bunch now. And it's just, it seems a little, it's like not seeing Star Trek and trying to get into Star Trek and realizing how daunting it is with how much is out there to watch. So I got to finish watching the actual Walking Dead. But yes, I enjoyed The Walking Dead the first like 4 or 5 seasons. And then it did get kind of like, So Jamie Somerville, The Thing has real psychological edge. The characters never know who to trust. Ooh. Is very spooky with all that smoke. A vampire is coming into the room. Hotel Transylvania. Well, there's a vampire skull right here. I can handle myself when it comes to vampires, I'll tell you what. I got swords right over here. Don't worry, I'm covered in that regard. But yeah, no worries about that. We got that covered. And if she's attractive enough as a vampire, I don't know, might let her bite me. Who knows? Sorry. Too much fun. Eric Martin, I saw a movie years ago called The Keep that was good. Do you only watch movies with 2 words in the title? Like Get Out, The Keep. I've never heard of The Keep either, Eric. What are you doing for Halloween, Eric, by the way? Are you handing out candy? Are you turning off your lights and being a grumpy old curmudgeon? Are you dressing up and going to a party? What are you doing? If anything, let me know. Jamie Somerville, how about the original Salem's Lot? Really chilling looking vampire in that one. I've also never seen Salem's Lot. Again, I know everything about it. I've seen multiple reviews about it. I know the movie. And apparently there's a remake now, which is pretty good. My buddy Jay just watched it. I haven't watched it yet. So I don't even know why I'm on here talking about horror, scary movies, because there's many I haven't seen, apparently. You know, I thought I kind of go for like the more odd ones, I guess. But that's all right. The Exorcist is fantastic. Exorcist 2, not so much, but it's a thing that happened. I watched it. Pazuzu. Neil Temple is here. Hey, Neil, how's it going? Oh, yeah. John Carpenter is the master. Practical effects are way scarier than CGI. Sure. I kind of hate that argument. CGI, if it's done well, first of all, you don't even realize that there's CGI involved. It can be seamless and blended beautifully. And that's the best kind of CGI. I don't really agree that practical effects are better. It's like physical ship models versus CGI. If the CGI is great, it's just as good as a physical ship model. I have no real issue either way. I kind of like the fact that there are physical ship models or physical practical effects that you can like purchase later after the fact or will live on in some form and not be stuck in somebody's computer or on their hard drive or get erased by mistake. But I don't think practical effects necessarily always look better. Sometimes there are some pretty shitty practical effects that look incredibly fake. So if you combine practical effects with CG enhancements, I'm on board. Do that. Why not do that? And I think a lot of filmmakers that try to go back to the practical effects thing do that these days. And I appreciate that, honestly. So I think that's a flawed statement, saying that practical effects are better than CG, because it's a case-by-case basis. And a lot of the time, some practical effects just suck. It's just a fact. That being said, having watched An American Werewolf in London, those practical effects are fantastic. His transformation into the werewolf, wow. Chef's kiss. Great. Well done. Eric Martin, I'm handing out candy to all the kids and then maybe a movie. I'm not a curmudgeon, and I play one on, but I play one on TV. Yes, and in my chat. It's true. So handing out candy. How late do you get kids, and how many kids do you get in that neighborhood? Soon you probably get more than us, actually. We haven't got that many in the past few years, and I think last year was, well, COVID really kicked the shit out of things. But yeah, on a good year, we'll get like 150 kids. But the last couple of years just haven't been, I don't think anybody's recovered from the COVID thing. People aren't letting their kids go out. I think that trick-or-treating is becoming a thing of the past almost, and it's sad as hell. But yeah, me and Sylvia throw on a movie like Beetlejuice or something that she enjoys, because she doesn't like actual horror movies. And we just sit around with the dogs, we'll watch the movie, get a knock on the door, hand out some candy. And then honestly, by 11 o'clock, 11:30, all the kids are done. And if I did decorate the house, which I used to do, I used to have like tombstones in the front yard and like a zombie by the front door and stuff like that. Haven't done that in a few years because I just haven't felt like decorating for Halloween, because I'm now an old curmudgeon. Anyway, by 11:30, 12 o'clock, as soon as it kind of hit midnight, I'd go out and I'd take all the lights down, all the tombstones, throw them in the backyard, and just kind of dismantle. Because once midnight on Halloween night hits, it's not scary anymore. It's nothing to be excited about. I don't want to watch horror movies after that. I immediately kind of get into Christmas mode. So, it doesn't hold over for me. Like a lot of movies that take place on like Halloween night, I mean, the next day is still, a thing, right? I don't find that. I find once Halloween night is over, I'm kind of done with all those scary movies and all that shit. And I don't decorate for Christmas right away. When I had kids living in the house, I would wait till November 12th. I'd wait till after Remembrance Day, then I would decorate the house. Now, well into December. Sometimes like a week before Christmas, I'll set stuff up. I am that old curmudgeon now. I don't want to decorate. There's no reason to decorate. The kids aren't living here anymore. It's one of those situations. I need to get over that, because the last couple of years it just hasn't felt like Christmas, hasn't really felt like Halloween. I don't know if decorating would help, but I always hated pulling the stuff out to decorate the front lawn or to set up the Christmas tree or any of that shit. I always hated doing that and then having to put it away again. But there's such a satisfaction to having the living room transform, and you have, I know we're talking about Christmas now, but to have like a Christmas tree up, it's great for like 3 days, and then it's like, this is getting fucking old. And then once it's down again and the room's back to normal and feels bigger because it's not all crowded with the stuff, it's like, feels really good to have the room back and be clean now, and you know, not feel cluttered. Anyway. Maybe like on November 1st, I should start moving into movies like Krampus and stuff. Or Black Christmas. You know, that time between Halloween and Christmas. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. Anyway, what are you guys saying? Urs says when we lived in Switzerland, there was a spooky movie. Sadly, forgot the title of it. The Thing I can still remember was about 2 kids going into the basement of a haunted house. Jamie Somerville, how about The Exorcist 3, a much better sequel than 2? I've seen it, but I can't recall what it's about. But yes, sometimes that's the case. You need to skip one to get to the good sequel. Highlander is the same way. Highlander is fantastic. Highlander 2, there's like 4 different cuts of the movie, a director's cut, an ultimate cut. The theatrical release is fucking awful. And then Highlander 3, it's like, yeah, this is a legit sequel to the movie. Much better, but I don't know if I can recall how Exorcist 3. Anyway, hey Donnie. Eric Martin, we get over 100 and they are loud and grabby, but so was I at that age. They're grabby, eh? They're also small. What are they grabbing that's down that low? Weird. Donnie says, well, I'm small on horror movies, but I do love the 1975 Universal Pictures adaptation of Jaws. Sure. Jaws is not a horror movie. At most, it could be called a monster movie. There's a real weird delineation for me in what is a horror movie and what's not. So, yeah. Neil Temple, have you seen Longlegs? So fucked up, I love it. I have not seen Longlegs. Oh my goodness, why are you complaining? What is wrong with you? Not all horror movies are R-rated, though. They don't have to be, and no, I agree. But those are the better ones, the R-rated ones. Urs says, the first year in Canada, lots of trick-or-treaters came when we had nothing for them and didn't do Halloween. After that, no one came when we had stuff for them. They sure spooked them. LOL. Maybe. Yeah, it gets really busy from like 7 till maybe 9:30 with trick-or-treaters. Then after that, it's a few stragglers, like teenagers that are, dressed up. And, but at least they're out trick-or-treating, doing something wholesome, getting some candy, not causing trouble, not being assholes, not doing drugs. Although maybe they are. I don't know. Anyway, regardless. But like I said, by 11, it's pretty much done. And our light is off out front. And all the candy we didn't hand out, we get to eat, which is fantastic. Jamie says, so also, after the Trekyards Live discussing Trek horror, I was surprised at how much horror featured in Trek over the years. It's funny, I watched a YouTube video probably 2 years ago talking about Star Trek stories being mainly horror. And when you look at it, it's not far off. Fear of the unknown, fear of things different than you, body horror. There's a lot of body horror in Star Trek, especially going back to TOS. A lot of those stories have kind of a horror element to them. It's quite interesting, actually. But yes, there are a lot of horror moments and elements in Trek. And it's kind of surprising in a way, but at the same time, not surprising. So, Urs says, you know what is very scary? No fleet pods here this Oh, that's true. Urs, you're right. We have fear because fleet pod is not here. Oh my God. Good call. Fleet Paws, he's kind of been lacking lately. He hasn't been around much. He's probably got shit going on, but I miss him being here all the time. That being said, he probably didn't know I was doing a live tonight, so that's fine. Neil Tempo, I just got back from a screening of Monster Squad dressed as a Wolfman because I got nards. There you go. Glad you're here, Neil. Good to see you, man. Jamie says, in the UK, I usually went till after bonfire night before getting into the Xmas mood. What the fuck is bonfire night? I've never heard of bonfire night. What the fuck is that? Jamie Somerville, in the UK. Oh, I just read that one. Mr. Captain 93, funny you say it, but not very Halloween feeling around this year. It's true. That is very true. And also what I hate, I really appreciate people that decorate, first of all, especially scary shit. My neighbor across the street, sure, he's got kids. I had kids. I dressed the house scary. Realistic looking tombstones, horrific zombie, you know, a vulture. I had a full size vulture that I put on the front railing. I have crows. I have scary shit. I hate cutesy Halloween shit. That's what I'm saying. He's got this stupid blow up goddamn things on his front yard of like a pumpkin with a witch hat and shit like that. And it's cutesy Halloween. That's not how you decorate for Halloween. I hate cutesy Halloween shit. It's fine for some things, like at a Christmas at a Halloween party, maybe to have some cutesy stuff around. But even that, the inside of the house when I decorated, even with the kids here, was horrific, man. I had a bubbling witch cauldron. I have little jars. I still have them. They're downstairs. Have like, one has a two-headed twin in it. Another one has a jar of eyeballs. A whole bunch of like really gross stuff. You put in some water and, you know, some yellow food dye, maybe with a hint of green, just kind of give that formaldehyde look. Got those downstairs year round. They're on a shelf. So I hate cutesy Halloween shit. Like smiling jack-o'-lanterns that aren't legit jack-o'-lanterns. They're just cute for the sake of being cute. Cute witches, all that shit. Like I don't even know what's lit up right now. Hold on. I'm gonna go take a look. Maybe I'll show you what I mean. Well, you're in luck. It is lit up. So let's go look at what I hate. This shit. Like a fucking big pumpkin with a cat on it. Whatever the fuck those are. I think they're like, yeah, Halloween gnomes. I mean, yes, he does have like a spooky skeleton there that you can see. But he's also got Christmas lights up for some reason. I mean, they are Halloween colors. They're purple, orange, and green, which is fine, but that's not Halloween. That just doesn't put me in the Halloween mood. And that's where I was going with this whole thing. It doesn't feel like Halloween because it's not really scary on my street. There's a house that's one block over. And every Halloween day, they take the day off. They spend all day decorating their entire front yard. They have their garage open. They have like things in the garage. You go in the garage to get the candy, and all the way out to the street. Um, you know, zombies coming up from the ground and skeletons sitting at a table, and it's all spooky shit. And I appreciate that because, and I walk down there every Halloween to take a look at their display. They're really big into Halloween. They collect Halloween stuff all year long. Their house is kind of decorated inside with the kind of horror vibe, right? My son Christian, he was a friend of their son, and he said, yeah, he's year round. The kid has like a zombie thing in the corner of his room and a mummy, and it's all over the house. They just love horror. And I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of the same. Like, I like the scary horror vibes that go on with decorating. I have these. I have skulls and stuff around as like accent pieces year round. Anyway, that was a little bit of a tirade. I'm sorry. A little bit of rant about decorating. Urs says, if Jaws is a horror movie, that would make Moby Dick. The last one is based on a true story. Yes. As the cap said, it's not. Red shirts disappearing. Now that is scary. Guy Fawkes Day. Yeah, I know what Guy Fawkes is. Remember the 5th of November. My son's birthday, Christian, is on the 5th of November. I don't know all about Guy Fawkes Day. I've never heard bonfire night. I've never heard that term, but I know what Guy Fawkes is. The gunpowder plot, the plot to blow up Parliament. So I know Guy Fawkes, and I know that remember the 5th of November. Didn't know it's called Bonfire Day. And you got to wait till beyond that as well. You can't do anything before Remembrance Day. That's just disrespectful. You have to wait till at least November 12th to do anything setting up for Christmas. So I have spoken. Urs, History Squad YouTube channel has some cool middle-aged stuff. Last year he had a Halloween special. Very cool. I also like real ghost shows. Like, I know. Okay, lay down. Lay down. I like ghost adventures and stuff. I know it's not really real, but I enjoy that kind of thing. I enjoy ghost type shows like that. That stuff I find scary. So, but anyway, moving on. Donnie got, yes, I know. For fuck's sakes, Donnie, I don't care about the goddamn election day. The original jack-o'-lantern was made from a turnip. Yes, in Ireland. The Irish and the English invented trick-or-treating. A little bit in France, too. That over there, you know. And yes, turnips, which are also terrifying when they're carved. I just watched a TikTok yesterday of a guy who was Irish saying, Americans got it right. Pumpkins are the way to go. These turnips are fucking terrifying, and they're too small, generally. Pumpkins is where it's at. The Americans got that right, at least. So I appreciate that, even though I'm not American. Thomas Foley is here. That's my son. The mummy scared me a lot. I still have the mummy. He's out in the shed right now. Has glow-in-the-dark eyes, too. I use glow-in-the-dark paint to paint his eyes. And it's a realistic-looking mummy. It's full-sized. I actually kind of want to put it back here. There's a space between these two bookshelves in the corner. I think I'm gonna put it in there when this is not her office anymore. Because it kind of fits with the library vibe of like the weird antiquities and stuff. I kind of want to put it in here. It needs a little bit of repair though. It's latex, and over the years it's kind of got a little bit mangled. But that kind of adds to the look overall. So glad you're here, Thomas. Donnie's dressing up as Leonardo. Cool. Urs says, yeah, Christmas lights around this time of year is very scary. War God 6. Sorry to say this. I hate talking this on here, but modern politics is scary at the end of my comment. Sorry, mods, but I am sure you agree. I found the Japanese horror to be some of the best. Yeah, let's fucking cut it with the goddamn politics. Nobody gives a fuck. If your life revolves around politics, you got a fucking problem, and we don't want to hear your fucking problems. Nobody cares. All it does is cause fights and bullshit. I don't want to hear politics on my channel. That's fucking scary shit. I don't care. I don't understand politics. I don't care. I don't know what's going on with politics. You guys are in for a fuck fest down there. Do what you got to do. Don't bring it up here. Don't talk about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what side you're on, right or left, or in the fucking middle. Do whatever the fuck you got to do, but don't bring it on my channel. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. And Japanese horror. Yes, a lot of Japanese horror has been translated into American remakes. And Japanese horror is... It's scary, but it's a weird kind of scary for me. It's not... It's weird. A lot of Japanese shit is weird. I don't know what to say. Not a fan of Japanese horror. Even the remakes here are kind of some interesting stories, but the depictions of the monsters or the demons or whatever the fuck they are weird and awkward, and just stop. You know, I prefer the traditional, like, you know, mummies or ghosts or, you know, that kind of thing. It's traditional for me. I guess theirs is traditional for them. That's cool. I just don't find it scary. They probably don't find our shit scary. That's fine. Ira says, Scotty, what's going on? What's wrong down there? I don't know, Captain, but I am losing red shirts down here. Scotty, I'm still here, Captain. Just changed my shirt, and that strange ghost is gone now. It looked like your wife. Scotty, I never got married. I meant mine. You're not married, Scotty. Oh, right. Must be a mirror version then. Okay. War God 6. So annoying. Christmas stuff been out since Labor Day. I don't have a problem with Christmas stuff in the stores. I mean, people need to get ready for the season, right? I just hate that even before Halloween, the Christmas stuff is taking priority. Like, it's capitalism, man. It's a bigger seller than Halloween stuff. So I get it, but at the same time, don't do that. Just have an aisle of Christmas stuff, and then as soon as November 1st hits, then pull out all your Christmas stuff. Don't overthrow the Halloween stuff before Halloween even gets here. I think that's incredibly stupid. But anyhow, what do I know? Jamie Somerville, The Ring was the best Japanese horror coming out of the TV. Was a scary scene. Yes. I think the Ring was a remake, though, of one of the original Japanese. There's also another one. It took place in a house, and it's a little boy ghost. I think the American version starred Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I can't remember the name of it. I've seen it. I just can't remember the name of it. Mr. Captain 93. Who would find scare in a dark alley? A Klingon or a Cardassian? They are both pretty intense and intimidating. Klingons more animalistic, Cardassians more intellectually. Honestly, a Klingon, because they are more animalistic. They're more likely to just attack you and cut you in half. A Cardassian probably shoot you, but still, they'd more likely talk you to death. So visually, if they weren't from Star Trek, again, I think the Klingons are scarier with the sharp teeth and stuff. Yes, Cardassians have the weird neck ridges and the spoon head. It's a terrifying kind of image, but I think the Klingons are scarier as a whole. There you go. Eric Martin, Christmas music in the stores will start. I have no problem with that. Everybody bitches and whines. Oh, Mariah Carey's coming out of freezing. All I want for Christmas is you. I fucking love that song. I love how I love Christmas music. I love it. I've worked in retail where it gets a little old because you hear it every day on repeat. Um, that gets annoying. But to be out shopping and have Christmas music, it's so choice. I love Christmas time. So I have no problem with Christmas music. And these people that bitch and whine and complain that, oh, the Christmas music is, then don't fucking go out. I don't know what to tell you. Like, The Grudge. That's it. Thank you, War God 6. Eric Martin, so what's going on? What's going to be the next movie you want to see? I don't know. It's a good question. It's got to be something iconic. Event Horizon. I'm just kidding. There's some sci-fi horror for you. No, you should watch. It's a movie I don't think you've seen. It's called Life Force. It's about space vampires, which sounds incredibly fucking stupid, but it's an incredibly good movie. And pretty scary. Plus, it's got Matilda May. She is a ballerina, and she's naked through the entire thing, pretty much. And she's got a ballerina's body. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen Life Force, I'd suggest checking out Life Force. That's a horror movie, in my opinion, even though it's sci-fi. But it's real-world sci-fi. It starts with the European Space Administration. They send a shuttle up called the Churchill to investigate Halley's Comet. And in the tail of the comet is a very Gothic-like ship, which has been there forever. And on board, they find 3 human bodies. One's a female and 2 males. And a whole bunch of bat-like desiccated remains. Like human-sized bats. So they bring them on board the Churchill. Needless to say, they get reanimated, and because the one guy gets hypnotized by the lead female vampire, and he opens up her stasis thing, and so the Churchill gets gutted. There's a fire on board, which a fire in space is terrifying, and everybody's burnt to a crisp, except for this one guy who is in a safe spot, and they eventually reach London. Patrick Stewart's in the movie. It is his first on-screen kiss, and it's with a man because his body gets, well, you'd have to watch it and see. All of his body gets drained of blood. It's pretty gross. It's on a helicopter. If you haven't seen Life Force, watch Life Force. I don't know. You're missing out. Life Force is a fantastic fucking movie. Very underrated, in my opinion. If you haven't seen Life Force, watch Life Force. That's all I'm going to say. Mr. Captain 93, I know what you did last summer was a decent, scary movie. Yeah, sure. Stop. I don't know what your problem is. You're not comfortable. You just lay with the other dogs then. Freaking dogs. War God 6. I enjoy Christmas music and shows and movies. I even watch some in the summer, though not great. I like National Lampoon's Christmas. They should have did a National Lampoon's Family Haunted House with the Griswolds. I agree. That would have been great, actually. Yeah, Christmas Vacation's a staple that you have to watch every year. We'll probably watch that on Christmas Day when the kids are here because they find it so funny because Clark Griswold, I remind them of Clark Griswold, or Clark Griswold reminds them of me with the way he curses and rants and just goes off the deep end sometimes. Yeah, it's a great movie. Urs says, yeah, have a good night, Captain. See you on the next live. Maybe that sounds kind of spooky. I don't know. See you later, Urs. War God 6. I discovered Life Force, my haunt for all vampire movies, and that came up. Mr. Captain 93, Mr. Bean's Christmas is a classic. We're not talking about Christmas movies. Shoot out some other horror movie titles. We'll talk about those. Although I will do a Christmas version of this live. Maybe in front of the Christmas tree. I don't know. What do you think of this? Do you like me sitting in this corner as opposed to the regular chair with more of the shelves behind me? It's my Sherlock Holmes shelf, in case you can't tell. This too. This whole thing is Sherlock Holmes. And then there's like this stuff, which is... it's all very cool. And yes, this shit's up all year long. This is not just a display for Halloween. Scared Stupid's great. The Ernest movies are really fun. To me, Saw sucked, but I enjoyed Saw 2, and then 3, then it became overdone. The Saw movies, that's not really horror in my opinion. That's more of a psychological thriller kind of thing. I think a horror movie needs to entail some kind of supernatural element, which the Saw movies are definitely lacking. Anything ghost related, or like I said, Stranger Things with the Upside Down, that kind of stuff is scary. Not knowing what's going on is terrifying to me. Psychological thrillers, stuff like Stranger Things, which does have some gore elements to it, or horror like creatures like the Demogorgon, like that kind of stuff. I'm not really a fan of just pure gore fest B movies. I enjoy watching Red Letter Media's reviews of them, but and again, that's where Neil was saying it earlier. Practical effects are better. Are they though? Have you watched some of those movies? You can tell they're really bad practical effects. And you're good thing Matt wasn't here when you said that, because Matt is a CG artist who does work in the industry, and he has a real thing against people that say that practical effects are better than CG, because the CG he does with a lot of the work he does is so subtle that you don't even realize it's there, but without it, it would be odd. And it's not clearly CG. It's not like really bad, like 90s CG. So yeah. Anyway. The lighting in this corner, more mood appropriate for Halloween. Yeah, I actually kind of wanted to turn that one light off and have a candle lit, but Sylvia burned our last candle and it's gone, so I don't have a candle. That being said, the light above me does have one of the flame bulbs in, which is doing its thing, so hopefully that's good enough. 13 Ghosts. I'm looking forward to the show. Hope it's only 13 episodes, a episode for each ghost. 13 Ghosts is a fucked up movie, man. That's a weird one. I did enjoy 13 Ghosts. I also like the remake of House on Haunted Hill. Really enjoyed that. Also enjoyed the remake of The Haunting with Catherine Zeta-Jones. And again, a lot of people poo-poo on those movies. The remake of The Haunting is not good. House on Haunted Hill is not good. I enjoyed both of them immensely. So, like I said earlier in this live, I find that a lot of the things that people hate, I absolutely adore. Maybe I have bad taste. I don't know. Obviously, because I've never watched The Thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch The Thing tonight. We'll see. But I kind of want to watch Stranger Things. So, I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Captain 93, Identity with John Cusack is a good movie. I love John Cusack, but I have not seen Identity. Do you hear these dogs? Seriously. Welcome to my castle. I should have just wore a black shirt. I'm just wearing this shirt. Again, I started late because things came up. One thing in particular popped up, and I was late getting here, and I didn't think it through. I didn't have the water ready. I didn't have anything. And the candle, I should have made sure that was good earlier in the day, because I kind of want to do this all day. Um, sorry, I've let you guys down, and I apologize. It's just the way I am. It's just unorganized sometimes. Could always be better. And I'll go back and watch this later, maybe, and I'll be like, fuck sakes, should have had a candle back here, should have had like a little jack-o'-lantern, you know. My God, can you not sleep on your crinkle toys while I'm doing a live? These friggin' dogs, I tell you. Oh, so just move more. That's brilliant. How about you not lay on the toy? How about this? How about you leave this over there? There you go. That's better. Sometimes remakes with modern special effects make it better. 100%. The original House on Haunted Hill is kind of shit. Let's be honest. Remake I enjoyed though. War God 6. Have you seen Terrier 3 yet? My friend liked it. Is that about an evil terrier? Or do you mean Terrifier 3? I have not seen that yet. As we established earlier, I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet. I watched Terrifier the other night. There's a really great scene in that, by the way, where a girl's hanging upside down, topless, and she gets cut in half. Use your imagination. Yeah. Terrifier. Very Scared Stupid. Fantastic. Funny, and yet not really scary, but it's a good mix. It's a good mix. Army of Darkness, not a horror movie. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking Evil Dead. No, I'm not. I'm thinking Army of Darkness. Yeah, Army of Darkness, not a horror movie. Evil Dead, sure. And again, seen Army of Darkness. Haven't seen all of the Evil Dead. I've seen a lot of the Evil Dead, but again, it's not one of those movies that I haven't sat down and watched beginning to end, and I know I need to. Army of Darkness, yeah, I've seen all of that. That's where it got kind of silly and campy, but that's fine. It's Bruce Campbell. War God 6, Terrifier. Yeah, 2 was on Tubi, but they took it off. I wanted to watch All Hallows Eve, then the Terrifier movies, and go for 3. So where does All Hallows Eve fit into that? Because I know it's a Terrifier movie. So what's the order of those? I know there's also a short, which I think predated the Terrifier. Okay, move then. If you're not comfortable, move. There's a whole bed down here. Move some of the dog toys off of it and come and lay down instead of complaining and whining on the chair. I'm having a conversation with a pug. It's like talking to a brick wall. It's like it is. Look. Oh, yeah, now I'm insulting you. I know. You need to come down and lay down then. Lay down with the other dogs. my God. So I don't know the order of the Terrifier movies. I know there's All Hallows Eve, which has the Terrifier in the thumbnail, so I assume it's one of the series, but I don't know what. I hate when horror movies do that. They like step away from the numbering convention and have titles that it's like, where the fuck does this fit in? Halloween H2O makes perfect sense. It's 20 years of Halloween, H2O, H20, right? But there's the Return of Michael Myers, the Revenge of Michael Myers. And I used to be a connoisseur of the Halloween movies. Like I had watched all of them, and I do like them all for their own reasons. And I think, like I said, Halloween 1 and 2 are both great. Halloween 3 is not even part of the Halloween series, so just not even mention that. Then it's the Return of Michael Myers. I don't remember. And then there's Curse of Michael Myers. I don't remember the order, though. I'd have to look it up. Did you like Cloverfield? The Car is a pretty good late night flick. The Car, another 2 title. I haven't watched Cloverfield. I've lost footage films. I mean, I enjoyed the Blair Witch just fine, right? Shaky cam annoys the fuck out of me, and I know Cloverfield has a lot of that in it. I haven't yet watched Cloverfield, but again, I know the premise. It's basically an alien, a baby alien at that, kind of ransacks New York. I haven't watched Cloverfield, but I know all about these horror movies. That's the thing. I watch reviews on them on YouTube. You see all the clips. You get the whole entire storyline. But I haven't watched them. Like I said earlier, horror is not really my genre. It's not one that I go to. It's not like, ooh, a new horror movie, I gotta go watch it. Generally, it's like, if it's on, I'll watch it. And that's why I've seen certain movies in piecemeal. I've seen different parts over the years because it's been on TV on Halloween, around Halloween time, or on Halloween night, and whatnot. So it's not really my go-to. But there are some that really stand out to me that I really enjoy. Like I said, Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, The Others with Nicole Kidman, stuff like that. And like not super popular ones or mainstream ones necessarily. And I find some of the horror monsters kind of cliche, like Freddy Krueger. Come on, it's funny. Got some funny scenes, funny lines for sure, but come on. Michael Myers is much more terrifying. That doesn't say anything. So it's kind of funny actually, because Michael Myers is kind of like the first Deadpool we got in the X-Men, whatever fucking movie it was, with his mouth sewed shut, which is fucking awful, by the way. But then the Smart Mouth Deadpool, which I absolutely love, is kind of like Freddy Krueger. So you think I like Freddy Krueger more than Michael Myers, but I don't. And by the way, Jason from Friday the 13th is not fucking scary at all. I don't know why. I just don't find the Friday the 13th movies scary. The only thing, like I said earlier, that I watch those for is the boobs. So, okay, stop. Seriously. Talk about scary. Freaking dogs being idiots. All Hallows Eve was the first of Terrifier, I think, and they decided his own movie, so to me, the first one. Oh, okay. I bet it would be funny to get Sam going on shaky cam movies. Maybe. I think Curse is 4, Return is 5, but not sure. I haven't watched it in forever. I think 4, his curse is spread to the girl, and then the return. That's when he returns. Yes, I think you're absolutely right. And the one where, like, so the Curse of Michael Myers, the one with the little girl, has a Camaro in it, by the way. Michael Myers is driving a 1969 black Camaro, which is cool. how the fuck can you drive? I don't know. It's one of those things. Anyway, regardless, I think I really enjoy that one. Kind of gets poo pooed on. The next one, the follow up to that, is good as well, and then it gets kind of stupid with the one with Paul Rudd in it, where it's like a cult and there's like a thorn tattoo, and Michael Myers is like their harbinger of death or whatever. It gets a little stupid, but I still enjoy it. I still enjoy all the Halloween movies, regardless. Like, there's something to like in each one of them. These people that just broad stroke it and say, oh, those are all awful. I kind of get it, but at the same time, it just annoys me, right? So, War God 6. Jason is scary if you're a virgin at his lake. Laughing my ass off. No, if you're not a virgin. If you're a virgin, you're fine. You don't have to worry. But if you do anything immoral, then Jason's going to get you. So it's the non-virgins that need to look out for Jason. So quick rapid fire right now in the chat. Put in your favorite horror villain. Freddy, Jason, Michael. All just normal names, by the way, which is great. Jigsaw. Others. I don't know. Pick one. Let me know who your favorite horror villain franchise guy is and why. You don't have to tell me why. Just, I want to get a spam of what you guys are thinking as far as that goes. But yeah, if I had to only watch one like horror kind of series, it would be the Halloween movies. I don't know what it is about Michael Myers, but I think it's great. Plus the music in Halloween. Come on. It's way better than Friday the 13th. Dun 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 dun. Cha 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 cha. Whatever the fuck it is. But Michael Myers music. Dun 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 dun. That's fucking phenomenal. So, and I don't know if Freddy has a theme. There's got to be some kind of musical continuity in those movies, but I don't know. I used to have all the Friday the 13th movies in a DVD box set before my divorce. Never got them back, so. Talk about scary. Anyway. So what genre do you consider Agatha all along? Fucking garbage is what I consider Agatha all along. I watched the trailer for that. Look, I love the Marvelverse. I love the MCU. I loved WandaVision. I watched the trailer for Agatha all along like 2 nights ago with Sylvia, and we're like, this is like some CW type bullshit. No, we're not watching that. It looks like fucking hot garbage. So it's definitely not horror. I don't know what the fuck it would be. I don't know. Some of my favorites are Tall Man and Phantasm. Phantasm's pretty good. Tall Man haven't seen. Kathleen Kennedy, that's fucking terrifying. War God 6. I like Children of the Corn, but then Hellraiser. Hellraiser, never got into the Hellraiser movies either. I do have the box, though, the puzzle box. It's downstairs. Children of the Corn, yeah, that scared me when I was younger. Because grew up in rural Ontario, and there's lots of fucking cornfields. I grew up in the country, so I had cornfields like right beside my house. So yeah, Children of the Corn kind of scared me a bit when I was younger. But I was probably watching horror movies that I was too young to be watching. Let's put it that way. The Cenobites, Leatherface. That's just a fucking... See, there's a supernatural element to Freddy, supernatural element to Jason, and to Michael Myers. Leatherface is just a fucking idiot. An inbred idiot at that has a fucking leather mask made of human skin. So, like House of a Thousand Corpses. That's another movie that's oddly unsettling, and yet I guess could happen, so it's more scary in a way. Yeah, I don't know. Let's not forget Candyman. Oh, Candyman's pretty good. Yeah, Tony Todd. Freddy is iconic, though. 100%. I mean, Robert Englund does a fantastic job with it. He's just, it's one-liner after one-liner after one-liner. So, although not horror, Vader did scare the crap out of me although not horror, Vader did scare the crap out of me as a kid. Really, I was never scared by Vader. Silence of the Lambs. Oh, yes. Fry your liver with a nice Chianti. That's a psychological thriller. I really enjoy those more than guts and gore. So, lay down. I apologize for my dogs. Anyway. I'm sort of running out of steam. My dogs are being fucking irritating, which means I probably have to take them outside. So I'm probably going to call this done. I appreciate all you guys watching. Sorry, it was like an epic thumbnail done by Matt Boardman, which is fantastic. I love the thumbnail for this live. But not kind of a mediocre live in general. Not really getting in too much to the horror element, and I apologize for that. Like I said, started a little late because reasons. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys watching. Thank you for checking it out, and by all means, hit that like button if you haven't already. Check out my video I released yesterday on Halloween costumes throughout the years, and have a good Halloween, everybody. Sorry, I'm going to wrap it up and go watch some Stranger Things, or maybe The Thing. I don't know. Stranger Things or The Thing. Anyway, there's The Thing regardless. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. It's Captain Foley signing off. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe out there. Check your candy. Don't eat too much. Bye.